So, Summer Game Fest dropped the official reveal trailer for Saw Genesis. Now, I've loved this franchise since I was a kid. The traps, the psychological mind games, the absolute grime. It was peak horror. So, when the trailer started, I was hyped. I thought, finally, gritty, single player psychological puzzle game. But then, the absolute dread set in. The words asymmetrical multiplayer popped up on screen, and a collective, exhausted echoed across the entire gaming community. Because, yep, you guessed it, it's another live service game. Why does every single legendary movie IP have to be stripped down and forced into a competitive multiplayer format? We've watched this exact story play out a dozen times, and it usually ends with the servers being permanently shut down in less than a year. But here's the frustrating part. After looking at the actual gameplay details from behind closed doors at SGF, the mechanics actually look incredible. Let's talk about why this live service trend chaser might actually be worth your time and the major reasons to be deeply worried. Look, I want to hate on the corporate trend chasing here, but Bloober Team is actually cooking up some wild original ideas. They aren't just making a lazy Dead by Daylight clone. First off, Lionsgate made this official canon. It's set in London 1920, right after the Great War. You aren't playing as John Kramer, but you are playing as the Judge, a terrifying oxygen masked precursor villain punishing people for their wartime sins. The historical claustrophobic aesthetic is immaculate, and the core loop breaks away from the tired 4v1 formula. It's a 3v1 matchup designed for brutal, fast paced 10 to 15 minute rounds. The killer isn't an invincible tank, the judge is physically weak. If the three survivors actually coordinate and catch him out in the open, they can definitely jump him. The mastermind view, because he can't just run up and swing a weapon. The judge plays from hidden corridors, rafters, and security monitors, manipulating the environment, dropping hallucinogenic gas, and using an AI minion to drag survivors away. But the best part? Pain is a literal currency. To get the items to escape, you can't just hold a button on a generator. You have to voluntarily shove your character's hand onto a red hot engine lever or reach through barbed wire. You have to trade your own health and willpower just to advance. That is so fundamentally sore. And it's a brilliant design choice. Then there are rehabilitation traps. If you get caught, you can wait for a teammate to find you, or you can perform an emergency manual self escape. But escaping by yourself means permanently sacrificing a body part for the rest of the match. If you give up a foot to escape a trap, you are a slow limping target for the remainder of the game. Give up a hand? Well, good luck doing mechanical puzzles quickly. Give up an eye, your field of view gets sliced in half. The tragic tension of deciding whether to mutilate your own character just to survive the next 2 minutes is easily the most innovative horror mechanic we've seen in years. It's brilliant, which makes the live service aspect hurt even more. Alright, let's bring it back to reality and sprinkle some heavy disappointment on this parade, because we have to talk about the massive elephant in the room. First, the live service fatigue. I'm so tired of every game requiring a battle pass, daily challenges, and seasonal grinds. I don't want to log into a Saw game to complete a challenge that says escape 3 traps while wearing a cosmetic neon pig mask, just to level up a battle pass. When you turn a horror masterpiece into a live service engagement trap, you lose all the actual atmosphere and fear. Second, Bloober Team's track record. I love them for single player cinematic psychological horror. Silent Hill 2 Remake Layers of Fear, that's their house style. But competitive multiplayer netcode, live service matchmaking balance, and ongoing content roadmaps, that is completely unproven territory for them. And third, the console question. Right now it's only officially confirmed for PC on Steam, with closed alpha signups live. Look, I play on PS5. If this game does not launch day and date on console with full crossplay, it's most likely dead on arrival. Asymmetric multiplayer games live and die by their player numbers. If your matchmaking queues take 10 minutes, people drop the game and never come back. As a lifelong fan, the conceptual design here is fantastic. They aren't just slapping a Saw skin on a generic multiplayer engine. They're trying to build a game that genuinely feels like a jigsaw trial. but I can't shake the disappointment that we didn't get a massive high budget single player Saw narrative instead. If Bloober can nail the multiplayer balance and avoid drowning this game in predatory live service nonsense, it could be a legendary horror experience. What do you guys think? Are you willing to overlook the live service format because the mechanics look so unique? Or are you just totally checked out of asymmetric multiplayer games at this point? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe for more stuff like this, and as always, thank you so much for giving me the time of day. I genuinely do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Let the games begin.